Welcome to your first day of work as Managing Director of the Spacebase Startopia space station. The feeling of empathy counts very little because energy is the currency, and that is what we want to get from our guests. In our strategy guides, we would like to show you how the symbiosis between the decks, the buildings, and our guests works. Let's start very basic with the decks. The base is the subdeck. Your guests will arrive here and always remember that the first impression is worth a lot. After their journey through distant galaxies, your guests need a place to rest, for physical refreshment and of course something to eat. Medical care should also be considered because nobody wants to trigger a pandemic. Also very important here, cleanliness. Your loyal fuzzies will be happy to help you clean up, but as a good boss, you can also lend a hand yourself, because vermin in space is not to be trifled with. And if vermin or even criminals become too much for you, we also have a few special security measures, such as drones or mechs. Floating so completely weightless through the darkness can be a real bummer. Therefore, you should use the fun deck, not only to elicit a smile from your guests, but also to absorb their energy, which they like to give away in the disco or in the black hole drop. Last but not least, there is the bio deck. Of course there is one, or have you ever tried to plant something on an asteroid? You need the flora and fauna on this deck to ensure that you have enough resources for your guests and your space station. The dryads are happy to help you with planting and harvesting, but here too, the rule is yourself is the boss, because you can use the wonderful terraforming function to decide which plants should be most valued. I can understand that you can get homesick so far out there. In this case, you are welcome to invite a friend so that you can both run this station together or against each other. Maybe your friend is better suited for the job than you. I can imagine there is a lot to start with, but don't worry, we will punch you through. Until next time, where we will go more into detail about the various functions. See you soon, your Spacebase Startopia crew.